Hey guys, welcome back to another game video. Today we're doing part 2.
Particle effects present an interesting challenge in VR due to stereopsis, which is our ability to discern the depth of objects from two slightly different views of the world we see from our two eyes.
And then that's VR.
Traditional particle systems, as seen on the left, were typically implemented as a series of flipbook images displayed on relatively large polygons, which orient to face the player. Each series of images would contain effectively a little movie of a more complex phenomenon like a wafting puff of smoke or a flickering flame and so on. For the monoscopic rendering used in non-VR systems, this approach holds up well and is widely used across the industry. Because of the stereo rendering used in VR, however, players can easily see the flat cards resulting in the unconvincing effect seen on the left. To address this, we had to update our particle rendering techniques for VR. The particle system on the right is an updated VR-friendly version of the older effect seen on the left. One technique we used on large cards, like the ones used in this smoke effect, was to create some drag on the card's reaction to the player's head movement. To do this, we created another particle system which lagged the player's position and was used as a player camera for the facing direction of the smoke cards. By removing this one-to-one relationship of head motion to sprite rotation, we were able to give the impression that the smoke effect was volumetric. In addition to using more 3D elements in the creation of our effects, we also often use the post-processing bloom on particles to help visually merge elements that otherwise would appear as a set of flat planes. This made the cards harder to stereofuse, which gave them a more diffuse volumetric feel.
And that's what makes this game so cool, is they really went all the way through the VR, like, graphics and shit, and also just, like, the cool interactions that you can do in this game. Just awesome, all the way. Open up. Hey, yeah, you come down here right now. I see the back rooms in a bit. In a way. That's the new area. I do not want to go there yet. Rest. Oh my god. Bullets over.
Last two.
Love destroying the CRT. Ow, son of a... Handle out the door. No.
One of the tenets of Half-Life game design is creating crafted, moment-to-moment experiences that players participate in as they progress through the game. Sometimes this means playing with emotional responses to turn something undesirable into a memorable highlight. This collapsed section of the hotel features this type of experience. Players are often instinctively pulled to the safest-looking location in a given area, and here that would be the well-lit corridor above. But when they get there, they find their way blocked by a Combine power shield. The power cable to shut down the Combine force field leads them back down into the poison headcrab-infested darkness below, a place they really didn't want to go. These larger gameplay spaces also need to be resilient to player choice, so even if a player chooses not to head up to the well-lit corridor, they likely will still have the same trepidation about heading down into the darkness below. After the player has braved the darkness and sheltered themselves in the lit room where they're safe from the wandering headcrabs, they're faced with the daunting task of cutting the power to the Combine force field, because this has the side effect of plunging the area into darkness. Not only does that make the situation worse, since the player must make their way out of the pitch blackness with only a flashlight, but the path to the exit is back through all the poisoned headcrabs. We spent a lot of time tuning this experience through careful playtesting and evaluation, and often, when recounting their travels through the hotel in post-playtest discussions, players would recall this moment of being plunged into darkness as a high point, managing to combine a feeling of amusement with the overall sense of dread.
I definitely can't go up that. Can't go up there. So I'm just gonna go this way. And die.
Combine shield blocking your path.
I'll figure out how to shut it down.
Found it. Oh, I did not. Never mind, I think I already found out where I'm supposed to go. Oh no. I have to go down there? Yep, I do. There's nothing. Nope. That worked. What's the secret?
Alyx,
Cool.
it's your lucky day. That Combine weapon's unbonded.
Hey.
How are you sure?
It's still in the case. They never leave them in the
Scratch
case.
my ankle.
Nice.
I didn't even need to edit your genetic code.
I know. You'd love that.
That's okay. There'll be a
Didn't
next
even
time.
see the traders on the series, which was quite cool. Still shakes me. Yep. I'm the Zenith Out-of-Reach Secret Service Intelligence Agency. You can't escape from me. down, calm your tits.
Okay, made quick work of that.
I did. Where's the rabbit? There it is. Now the power is out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, don't say. So got a weapon. Can I tell you about climbing on the glass? Jeremy, get off the glass. Now. Moving away. And I'm up. Haha, I'm safe. Ow. Nope. Nope.
3 cells left.
Alex, you gotta make them count. Ow. Ow. is how Half-Life Alyx detects what type of ammo you're using, and it will give you the type of ammo that you need and what you will be using more later in the game. Actually, this just tells you, like, it detects how much ammo you're using in which weapon, and then it will give you more than.
A common game design problem is that of resource placement, and this spot in the game is a good example. Players have just left an area where they acquired the combined submachine gun, and whenever they get a new weapon, we try to give the player the opportunity to experiment with it right away. So, right after the SMG, we make sure to give the player a bunch of ammo for it and a supply of not too threatening enemies, in the form of confined zombies and wandering headcrabs to experiment on. But playtesting has shown us that there's a wide range of ways that players respond to that setup. Some shoot a headcrab or two and move on, but some players take their time exploring the weapon, even using up all the ammunition we gave them. Now, after the headcrabs, the player is heading towards a new area, which features one of the hardest combat arenas in the game, where they must fight 2 revivers at the same time. How much ammunition can we expect the player to have here? How much should we put in this area between the 2 arenas to ensure all players will have enough to fight the 2 revivers? If we don't put in enough, player may be in a position where they cannot succeed at the upcoming encounter, and reloading their save games won't help them. They will need to go back and replay the previous area, this time conserving more ammo. That's not something we want to happen, nor is it something that we can expect all players to realize. Instead, many will repeatedly try and fail to be the 2 revivers. So, at its core, the problem with resource placement is that the dynamic range of resources carried by players can be significant, and it gets even wider as the game progresses. In Half-Life Alyx, we would see some players end the game with barely any ammunition, while other players had over 1,000 unused rounds.
One round, one magazine. I guess one magazine could be.
4 shells left. left.
It's one down.
One.
Next section. Oh, here it is. So I went from all the way over there to there. Oh, I can already hear it inside. I can already hear it inside of this. Tiny thing. I'm not expecting that. Damn it, how did that happen? There we go, finally.
All right. Here it is.
Now,
One
just
of the
snip those
core
cables and off we
subplots
go.
of the storyline is regarding the Combine imprisonment and use of the Vortigaunts to trap the G-Man. The multi-dimensional power of the Vortigaunts to detain the
Oh wait, hold on a second. That's spoilers.
power of the
whatever.
Vortigaunts to detain the seemingly invincible G-Man is established in previous Half-Life lore. Through the use of their prisoner pods and substation technology, the Combine extract the power of the Vortigaunts' Vortessence chant, tune that energy, and then transmit it to the vault to contain the G-Man. To communicate this Combine process to the player without explaining it through lengthy exposition, we used musical sound patterns to represent the process implicitly. If you stand near the pods holding the Vortigaunts,
Now go inside
you
and
can hear
deactivate the
them
power source.
groaning their chant in a slow but semi-musical pattern.
That just sounds creepy.
Character performance within a VR game has a unique set of opportunities and challenges. In our efforts to keep control in the hands of the player, we must create a performance that is interesting enough to maintain players' attention, but flexible enough to allow for player freedom. This scene has the most face-to-face interaction in the game, and there is no physical barrier between the player and the Vortigaunt when he first appears. At one point, we played with the idea of a jump scare when the Vortigaunt is released, upending the player's expectations of what had been referred to only as a battery up until that point.
Your friend sent me.
Not only was it a bit ham-fisted, but the Vortigaunt came flailing out of the pod, frequently into the same space occupied by the player. To solve this problem, we cut the jump scare and slid the pod back out of the player's space as it opened, to allow for the Vortigaunt to emerge at a comfortable distance. We faced a similar challenge when determining how to get both the player and Vortigaunt to their next locations without intersecting. We wanted to get the player and Vortigaunt side by side overlooking the vista, while the Vortigaunt delivered critical exposition. It would have been awkward for the player and Vortigaunt to take the same route along the catwalk, so we looked at other options, including exploring ways that the Vortigaunt may have once moved in its native environment. With long forearms, it's feasible that the Vortigaunts may have moved around as quadrupeds, so we chose an agile four-legged scramble up to the higher platform, where he can deliver exposition without contending with the player for space.
We have to stop them from killing your friends.
The Vortigaunt act ourselves and exact our own vengeance. You must go to the weapon.
Well, I can't get into the vault if the substations are still online.
Do not worry, Alyx fans. They will not be. We will not allow it. I will clear the path.
Thank you.
The paths diverge. But remember, there is no distance between us. We are coterminous.
Thanks. Good luck.
Also, I do recommend that if you guys want to listen to all the dev logs and stuff, developer content.
Response code. Shield. Key.
Then I recommend. Oh, can I shoot myself? No, I cannot. But I do recommend that you actually like take a look on YouTube and find Half-Life Alyx developer content, all logs, and then listen to them because they're good. Oh fuck. That's not good, man. see shit. There we go. Come on, move. Move. Why don't you just move? There we go.
One left.
Individual, you are now charged with multiple level 5 anti-civil
His character movement. Let's
The
take a
combat
look at
soldier
it.
you
So
see
look
here
at
won't
this.
fight you. It's been programmed to run back and forth along the path shown on the ground in order to illustrate the stride retargeting system developed for Half-Life Alyx. One of the challenges of animating digital characters is making sure that their feet don't slide along the ground as they move. Humans are very good at picking out irregularities in the movements of virtual characters, especially in VR, and Combine soldiers in particular need to look like their feet are planting and their weight is shifting as they change direction. Otherwise, they appear weightless and unconvincing. In a pre-processing
And all this is
phase,
choreographed,
our stride
too.
retargeting system analyzes the steps of each authored animation and stores them as a direction-independent trajectory. At runtime, our system predicts where each foot will land on the next step based on the motion of the animation, the character's path, and the height of the ground. The pairs of colored boxes on the ground illustrate this process. The red boxes show the previous foot positions, the green boxes indicate the soldier's current foot position, and the blue boxes are drawn where each foot is predicted to land next. Once the predicted foot positions are calculated, the system guides the feet to the predicted locations using the trajectory information to preserve the style of the original animation. Once the foot lands, it is locked in place until the next step. In the end, this system was so effective that we could essentially make any animation walk in any direction without foot sliding. You can experiment with the system by moving around the area, since the soldier has been set up to always face you while running the specified path.
And now it's gone. Because now the character development thing is now vanished. But after you've seen how those characters now move with this sort of system that's in Half-Life Alyx, I also can't wait to also tell you that that system has been using Half-Life Alyx, where the steppies, where they would be, how do I say this? Oh yeah, that has also been used in other games since then, which is quite something. Like, they literally took inspiration from Half-Life Alyx and they made things like that, and it looks so next gen, my god. Ouchies. Ow, ow. Ow. Ow, ow. That hurts. Now, let's show you guys a look on how it looks whenever someone puts it into a health station. Health station here. Got the glue. Put it in. It turns on. Pull down. Make it squished. I put my hand on here. And this, like, literally all the juice just gets squished out of here. And yeah, that's how cool it is. And also, whenever this is on, or whenever you're actually injured, you can actually see that the green things, the liquid in them, they shift and stuff. This one is the thing that I love about the upgrade stations is that their puzzles are absolutely impossible to get wrong. There you go. It may get more complicated as time goes on. Trying to get the auto loader for shotgun. What else can I actually do? Get a laser sight for you and an extended mag, which I might get. At least at the mystery box light from Call of these. I think everyone probably, who actually has played Call of Z, will probably get the reference really quick. Ow, I just hit myself.
Combine do know how to upgrade a gun, I'll give them that.
Yeah. Now what happens when I open this up? Load.
Last shell.
No, I don't have to finick around or trying to feed them into the thing anymore, which is nice. Can I take them out? No, I cannot. I would have been a little cooler if I actually let you take them out, but no. That's fine. Again, please. Son of a bitch. Very fucking suppressible. Very suppressible. Owie.
Getting kind of crowded down here,
Shit,
Russ.
that's not good.
Com channel's gone crazy since we took out that substation. They know we're after the vault now. Whatever's in there, they really don't want us to get.
Well, now I just want it more.
Now that's the spirit.
Aha. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. That's not good. This is resin over there. I'm also not dead after that fucking glitch out. If anyone could see that in post-production of this video, holy shit. No. Oh, you're so mean to me.
Steady.
Trip mines have appeared in prior Half-Life games, and the act of defusing them seemed like a natural fit for a VR game, where players can perform complex operations with their hands. By this point in the game, players have already learned how to hack Combine technology with their multi-tool, but we wanted defusing a trip mine to be more tense than the hacking puzzles. To defuse a trip mine, not only does the player have to place their hand near the laser that could trigger the mine, but they have to perform the task within just a few seconds. Early versions of this puzzle were inspired by lockpicking, resembling a series of levers that the player had to quickly align. Unfortunately, the tumbler design required players to rotate their wrists in an uncomfortable manner, particularly given that they had to also avoid touching the laser beam. We removed the rotational component but kept the timing element, leading to the mechanic you see in the final game. We also experimented with causing the trip mines to actually explode if the player failed to defuse them, but most players found this too punishing, especially in cases where a chain reaction of explosions could occur. Instead, the mines just stay active and the player can attempt to defuse them again. We did end up keeping this behavior for the hard difficulty setting, but added a warning sound a few seconds before the mine actually explodes, to give players some time to move away. We also experimented with allowing defused mines to be removed and redeployed by the player, but we hadn't designed enough combat scenarios around this mechanic for it to be satisfying in practice, so this was left out of the final game.
You send another manhack? No? Alright. Nope. Oh, no. They don't. Give me that. Oh, let's go. Oh my god. I feel so much better now. Who has fucking shotgun shells in the fridge?
Russ, are they saying my name?
Yeah, that's not good.
Max VHS, True Color, S500. Or, yeah, S500. I got some VHS tapes here. Hey!
I'm out.
Shit. I only have 3 resumes. I think I have 3. I almost thought it was dead. I was almost at death's door. Fuck, did I just fling that thing? Well, it's gone now. Shit. didn't even see that there was a door down here. Oh shit. That's not good. Oh, you fucking blow up. Ah, you got heart.
It was an interesting challenge for artists and level designers to employ environmental storytelling to paint a picture of what may have happened inside the walls of the quarantine zone. Just like the hotel, these apartments have been overrun by Zen foliage and are filled with people's belongings, abandoned in haste. In this area, the walls have been torn down, either by destructive portal storms or perhaps the Combine's cleanup effort. Of fluid used by workers to try and treat or contain the Zen growth have been left behind, and it would appear that the cleanup efforts have either failed or been abandoned. By not explaining every facet of the world, we leave players with the opportunity to imagine for themselves the bigger picture of life in City 17.
Not suppressing me for any longer. Finally, that's an actual ammo I can pick up and not fling across the room. Like, this is how you would actually select your weapons, and without the mod, but with the mod I can just go like this.
Last floor. Last cell.
Oh, your dad's back!
Oh, thank God.
Russell! God damn, it's good to see you! Likewise! Oh, this is great. Honestly, I'd pegged your survival at about 4%.
You can thank that Vortigern. He got me back here in one piece.
Russ?
Yeah,
Russell,
thanks
put Dad on.
Alyx, baby!
Dad! We just took down a substation.
Good. Because when they move this thing, that weapon's gone. We need to get it tonight.
We will. You still got that data pod, right?
I do.
Once we had the spine of the game complete, teams went through the maps looking for additional opportunities to add the character and tone that players associate with the Half-Life games. This mannequin head grab was a fun opportunity to hit on the sci-fi horror B-movie vibe. We had a few conversations about how long to leave the head grab atop the mannequin, and decided that the experience should be analogous to catching a small dog in the middle of some mischief. We wanted players to feel like they had walked in on something they weren't supposed to see, and for them to go away feeling like every inch of the game contained something for them to find if they chose to explore it. After an early update to the headcrab sounds where details like breathing and grunting were added for the first time, we received feedback that the new sounds were too cute and familiar, moving the headcrab too far in the direction of a cuddly creature rather than an alien threat. We updated the sounds to be more threatening,
sounds back
for this
for this
headcrab, we brought
exact
back some of the
encounter.
cuter sounds to sell the headcrab's frustration with the mannequin.
Yeah. Which is quite funny, is because, like, yeah, this head crab here, I just fucking shot to death, which I'm sorry for doing. Literally. Broad. And sometimes these things will get on your face, and they will actually need you to, like, quickly run, take them off. Take them off. Sorry for yawning, it's like very early in the morning for me. Oh yeah, they would sell it like that to make it look like he was having frustration with trying to use the mannequin. Whoa! No, now we're going in here. Which I think this is where we meet Jeff. Those are feet. Oh. What just happened? I'd like to resume. Can I resume this, please? Oh, God. What did you... It crashed the fucking game. Oh, that's why. Alright. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe to me. Well, actually, like, subscribe, comment, and then, just stick around for the next bit of stuff we have here. So yeah, bye guys.